Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm KPG, and welcome back finally to some more triangle strategy. It has been a couple months, I think. Yeah, I think it's been like 2 months, maybe close to 3 since the last episode. Uh, I'm sorry. That was. I definitely did not want to take that long to upload another video. Sometimes it just happens where I get busy, stuff goes on, and I just don't find the time or don't make the time to record. And before I know it, it's been quite some time since I've uploaded, so that's basically where we are now. I'm sorry. Ideally, I would like to upload this series about like once a week at the very minimum. It just hasn't worked out that way recently, so I'm sorry about that. I actually did try to record this episode a few weeks back. However, the footage got corrupted, so it was so dumb. So it was like, go all that time, being busy, whatever, and I finally get around to recording a video, and then the footage gets corrupted, and then it's just like, man, that was quite disappointing, and it's also, I don't know, I kind of just got upset, didn't really want to re-record right at that moment, and that's kind of why it's taken even longer than normal. So I'm sorry about that. In the last episode, I believe we took down Roselle once and for all, and we're offered a position in the Saintly Seven. We haven't really figured out what we're doing with that yet. But before we jump back into the story, we do have someone ready to promote. I do remember with that. I somehow remembered that we had someone to promote. Well, I don't remember. I absolutely, at this point, do not remember who I said we were going to promote with this promotion item here. I have zero idea, but I believe it was Eridor. And if it wasn't Eridor, it's Eridor now. Basically, the reason I want to promote him is because I want... I've come to the realization from the last few maps that's like... Sometimes, we can get pretty overwhelmed by just the sheer number of enemies, so having someone that's very bulky just seems like a good idea. Someone that can be a wall for us and just take a lot of hits. Someone that we can put out in the middle of the fray and not have to worry about dying. So I'm going to promote Eridor here, make him into a guardian.
Practice makes perfect.
And I think that will work out for us pretty well. He learned the ability Physical Counter. Don't know what that does. Because once again, it's been a while, so I don't remember even looking at it the last time we promoted him. Which is probably for the best, because I would have wanted to show it off anyway. That's not what I want to do. Roster, let's go over to Eridor. That's not what I want. What do you... Ah, you press Y, right. Okay, Physical Counter. Always counterattack upon taking physical damage from an adjacent enemy. Great! That's fantastic! I really wanted him to be like a great wall, and this really helps because now he'll be able to chip people down. So it'll be even better to throw him out into the fray and have a lot of people attack him, because then we'll be able to chip a lot of people down. That works out really nicely. I am very happy with how that turned out. Alright, cool. Anyway, I think that's all we need to do in the encampment. Actually, do we have money? We do have money. We should probably buy some stuff. I legitimately do not remember, like, anything I did in the last, or even my last attempt to try to do this episode. I have no idea what I was trying to do, or like, what I did. I guess let's make Serenoa's weapon stronger. Increases max HP, increases defense. Let's not just only give him love, let's give love to some other people as well. Whoa. Yeah, because the iron affects multiple people. Let's increase Roland's physical defense here. Oh, increasing Eridor's physical defense sounds like a great idea. We're literally just talking about making him bulky. Let's make him even bulkier. We can make you... Did we? Yeah. We can make you even stronger, so let's do that. I don't know. Call that good for now. And then did I need to buy anything from you, Lino? I probably should buy some more health stuff. No, I don't want to waste all of my money on it. I don't know if we need anything beyond just healing. I guess we could get more rings if we wanted. Could get... Yeah, we could get more rings. These are kind of expensive. Whoa, wait, hold on! The Jade Thumb Ring increases the amount of experience earned in battle. That sounds really good. But also with the way, like, the experience kind of... I don't know, the way... The amount of experience you earn is based on your enemy's level. I don't know that that's actually, like, super useful long-term, but it is interesting. Increases the chance of enemies dropping spoils. These are pretty interesting things. I think I'll just save the rest of my money for now. Save the rest of the money that we have, and then we can use it later once we've gotten even more money, and maybe get something even better out of the deal. So I think that's everything we need to do in the encampment. Now we can go ahead and get on with some story stuff, which I've already seen. Because normally I haven't seen any of this stuff since this is my first playthrough of the game, but in this situation I have actually seen all of the story stuff, at least up until a certain point. I've seen the story, so we'll just whatever. The fact is I haven't done this in a couple weeks anyway, so I'm not gonna remember everything from these story sequences. I don't know, these scenes. I'm not gonna remember everything from them, so I guess it's a good refresher anyway. From the throne room of Whiteholm Castle, Gustadolf begins the next stage of his plans. Let's do these side stories first, since I'm pretty sure they just disappear once we do the main story, if we haven't already got them, so we'll check out what's going on with Gustadolf here.
Thank you for making the necessary arrangements.
No need to thank me. I am your Prime Minister, after all. I have made sure those with any power in Glenbrook understand their place. They will do as we command.
Then everything is in place. It is time.
Is there nothing I might do to aid you, brother?
If there were, I would tell you. And the consortium, Thalos?
Oh, I expect we shan't have any trouble from them. I have promised them a considerable sum to stay out of our way.
Good. Now it is just a waiting game. I wonder how long the Hyzantians will last.
So I guess he's just waiting for Hyzante to internally collapse. Wonder if he knows that what's been going on with like Sorsley and stuff. Wonder if he knows that we're in Hyzante and like what we've been doing. I imagine he might have some idea. Maybe that's what he's referring to about like waiting for Hyzante to like fall. Interesting. Anyway, side stories. A dancer approaches a certain man in Glenbrook with an intriguing offer. I remember this. I definitely remember this one. Wouldn't you know it, it's him again. I actually kind of forgot his name. What's your name again?
Silvio Telio,
Silvio!
I presume?
Yeah, it's him. I mean, we already knew he was alive, but he's still scheming, and he is probably going to be a pain in our neck still, unfortunately.
Who might you be?
Someone who brings good tidings. An offer you may wish to consider.
I am ruined. Who would want to offer me anything?
It is Minister Edor's wish. Will you hear me out?
Minister Edor. I believe that's the old guy. I didn't know the first time, and I still don't know why Minister Edor is interested in Silvio specifically. I guess even though we're being offered a position in the Saintly Seven, and perhaps Edor still doesn't, I don't know, perhaps he doesn't trust us or wants to get us out of the way even if we do join.
One of the Saintly Seven? Then you are Hyzantean.
My master is eager for your assistance, as you are quite close to House Wolfort.
Yeah. It's definitely to mess with us. Alright, well that is it, right? That is all of the side stories. Yeah. Alright, so back to the main story, I guess. What is going on? Frederica makes her way to the source to see her fellow Roselle, but... I do remember this part as well. It is all coming back to me.
Please, I'd only like to glimpse the goddess's sacred grounds for myself. It won't take but a moment.
That may be, but outsiders are not permitted into the source for such frivolities. And you are Rosellan. You ought to understand the teachings better than anyone.
Frederica.
Serenoa, forgive my impulsive behavior.
There's nothing to forgive. I too wish to learn more of the Roselle and Hyzante. Not knowing would make my decision easier, but still I feel I must.
Serenoa? From House Wolfort?
The very same. Lord Serenoa Wolfort. The one who will assume control of the salt trade in short order, as House End once did. To that end, we are here today for a preliminary inspection of the grounds.
So the rumors were true.
Well, are you refusing the newest addition to the Saintly Seven entry into the source?
Oh, Roland is smart.
Of course not. Please, right this way.
Yeah, so I remember, yeah, if Serenoa is to become a member of the Saintly Seven, he has to surrender all of the Roselle living in Wolford territory. And they will be forced to slave away at the source, just like all these Roselle. And there's Minister Edor. Literally just hearing about this guy.
All right, you Rosellan wretches. Time for worship. Minister Edor of the Saintly Seven himself will be giving the sermon today. You should be thankful. Heed his word, and your sins shall be cleansed.
Roselle, do you know why you are imprisoned at the source, condemned to toil? It is because your ancestors committed the most heinous of sins. Long, long ago, they schemed to seize control of the salt that the goddess bequeathed to the people of Nozelia. They seized the source for themselves, wresting every last grain of salt from other peoples, desperate for the resource. Using the salt they hoarded as a shield, they terrorized the land, destroying any who stood against them in their thirst for domination. Fanned by their greed, the flames of war long ravaged our land. Countless innocents lost their lives. What a terrible, arrogant people. Their cursed souls dwell within you, their progeny, to this very day.
This is just awful. Like, seriously, they're being forced to slave away because of something their ancestors did, which honestly may not even be true. It's entirely possible that this is just something that the people of Hyzante have made up just as an excuse to, I don't know, justify slavery, I guess. I don't know.
Indeed, the proof is in the very color of your hair. The same red as the blood that flowed from their countless victims.
Our people sinned against the goddess. We are a detestable blight upon Norzelia.
Oh, goddess of salt, please, forgive us our sins. Forgive us.
This is terrible. They actually believe, or some of them at least, actually believe that they're guilty, and that's terrible.
Do not despair, for the goddess of salt is ever merciful and kind. She grants even the worst of sinners, even you, a chance to atone. That atonement will only come through hard work here at the source. By quenching this earth with your sweat, by giving your lives to this labor, your cursed souls will be cleansed and welcomed back to the goddess's side. Only then, when your sins have been washed away, can you hope to be reborn into a pure body and once again walk upon Norzelia. People of the Roselle, surrender your lives to the source and give your thanks to the great goddess.
O goddess of salt, for you I give myself, stained with sin as I am, to the source. Thank you for granting us the chance to atone.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is enough. Now take that gratitude and turn it toward your work.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
Me
This
either.
is atonement? And the Roselle accept it as a fitting punishment? Even if that story Idor told is true, no sin warrants this kind of cruel retribution. Hyzante maintains control over Salt now. Are they then not guilty of the same crime?
You right.
You are right. But this is as the goddess of salt commands, is it not?
Well, according to them. I mean, we've never seen the goddess of salt, so it's not like we know that she's real. Time to see for myself what goes on at the source. I mean, honestly, this whole religion of the salt people, I don't know, what Hyzantean religion. The whole of Hyzantean religion could literally just be movement bangle. That sounds interesting. It could literally just be used as an excuse to justify slavery. It's entirely possible. Because, I mean, it's not like they've confirmed for us that the goddess of salt really exists. I mean, maybe, and I'm just not paying close enough attention, but I'm not quite sure. But what does the movement bangle do? Increases movement by 1. Makes sense. Who should I give this to? Is the question. So how do I equip this? Oh. Okay, well. Who do I want to give the movement ring to? Or the movement bangle? Could give it to Serenoa. I mean, usually in Fire Emblem games I give the boots to my main lords, so it would be kind of fitting to give Serenoa a movement bangle. I mean, we don't really need to give it to Rosellan, because he's already got really good movement. Yeah, you know what? I think... No, I did not mean to give it to you. I mean, I do like you, Frederica. You are a really good unit, and I think you are very cool, but I'm going to give it to Serenoa. Anyways, I guess let's talk to these people. Or observe these people. That guy is not doing well. It's the only work I've ever known. It's all I'm fit for now. Many years ago, some of us tried to flee this place. None would dare dream of doing that now. I mean, when did the Roselle... Because there are some that actually did flee. Is that what he's referring to? Like the people that made it to the Wolford domain? Or... Gosh, Serenoa, please stop! Holy crap! Thank you. Oh my gosh. He keeps like... Yeah, like... you can walk over the sides like this, so getting up there was surprisingly difficult. Anyway. This guy has nothing to say. This cask weighs nothing when compared to the weight of our sins. I understand they've yet to replace Minister Sorsley as overseer. And so we lumber on, a beast without a head, no one to issue orders should a crisis arise. It's hardly surprising, he was one of the Saintly Seven, they'll not replace him so hastily. Rumors swirl that they might call upon the Wolford boy. I don't care if they pick my own mother so long as the position is filled. So they would install me as overseer of the source if I can find my way into the Saintly Seven. Yeah, no, it would be great for the Wolford domain. Except for the Roselle. And it would be very tragic for them. Very, very tragic. Yeah, we are not... Oh gosh, I hope they give us water today. That is just... That is sad. That is extremely sad. Literally a child. 1,700 money, nice. I mean... Hopefully, well, honestly, it's probably not stolen from these people. Let's be honest, the Roselle probably don't get paid. They probably don't have any money. We're probably only taking that money away from the Hyzanteans, so probably a good thing. I can do it. I can carry the salt. How can the Holy State allow a man in his condition to continue working? Yikes. The treatment of the Roselle here is utterly inhumane. Yep. Faster, faster! There shall be no rest for the wicked. Ah, Lord Serenoa of House Wolford, I presume. I'm sorry you had to lay eyes on the tainted ones, but this is where the Roselle pay their penance. Bro, literally, I'm engaged to someone who's a Roselle. You think I think they're tainted? Huh? Jeez. Added Register of the Roselle to notes. No. I want to check that out. I don't think I actually got that the last time I went through here. The Register of the Roselle. Pay attention, me. System? No. War Chronicle. Notes. Yeah, I think I missed this the last time. Register of the Roselle. Number 18,005. Oh, number 18581. Quota met. 18582. Quota met. Number 18583. Failed to meet quota. Given 3 lashes as a warning. 18729. Failed to even come close to meeting quota. Given 5 lashes as a warning. 18730. Failed to meet quota for 3rd day in a row. Given 10 lashes as punishment. Rations and water reduced by 1/3. 18814. Failed to meet quota 10 days in a row. Poor physical condition. Fever shows no sign of breaking. Suspending rations. That's horrible. This person's in horrible condition and you punish them by taking away their rations. So you're literally just working them till they're dead, and as soon as they're unable to perform, you just kill them off. Like there's some sort of like horse or something that you're just like, I don't know, like a horse with broken legs or something. It's terrible. 18815, deceased, replaced by 9-year-old boy. Failed to meet quota, given 3 lashes as a warning. This is horrible. Gosh. We can't become we can't join the Saintly Seven. There's no way. Literally, Frederica would not be okay. That would not be okay to do to her. And especially all of the Roselle living in the Wolford domain. That would be horrible. The tainted Roselle are fated to live out their days working in the source, in the hope they may one day atone for their sins. They are nothing like the rest of us. By the very nature of their birth, they are impure and lack integrity. Yeesh. The nature of one's birth does not enter into it. We are all born the same, and you have the purity they lack. I see before me a man like any other. Salt has brought prosperity to the holy state. Why rely solely on the Roselle when everyone could aid in the harvest? I mean, he's just gonna disagree with me if I say either of these two, but this actually brings up a good point, so I guess we could do response 3. Such would go against the goddess's will. The Roselle are to work this land to atone for what they've done, and will not be disturbed. Yet higher yields of salt would benefit all Norzellia. We do well enough for ourselves with the current yields, goddess be praised. She'll share her blessings with you if you come to count yourself among the faithful, but it won't change the fate of the tainted ones. Oh, sparkly. I saw a sparkly thing. Ranged HP recovery pellets, not bad. That guy's not doing well. They force young and old alike to toil in deplorable conditions and have the audacity to call it atonement. They don't even tend to those who collapse from exhaustion. They treat my people worse than criminals. It breaks my heart to behold such cruelty. I can scarcely imagine what it must be like to suffer through this. I would love to see them free, but they are under constant watch. It would be nigh impossible. I understand how you feel, but we mustn't look away. We have to use this opportunity to learn all we can. They do not think the Roselle human. That is the only way a nation arrives at such cruelty. I understand how you feel, but we must not look away. I suppose so. After all, so few are granted access to the source. But I fear I cannot bear to stare into the void where Hyzante's humanity should be, and see my people suffer. Frederica. Sparkly grounding amulet. We need only follow the goddess's teachings in order to be absolved. What's this thing we just found? A grounding amulet. Grants immunity to being knocked back. Interesting. I guess you. Makes sense for Eridor, I think. Well, are there any more sparkly things? I think we talked to everyone. We learned just about everything we could. Are there any more sparkly things? Ah, there's a hidden item back here. 1,000 gold. Nice. Or not gold, I guess. Or maybe gold? I don't know. 1,000 currency. Whatever the currency may be. Well, that was depressing and sad. We should return to the encampment. Yikes.
This is more awful than I imagined.
Will you still send any Roselle in the Wolfort domain here? Force them into a life like this?
I don't want to.
It isn't right. It isn't just. I don't care that it would ensure our own safety.
Indeed. It would be unforgivable. What is just is constantly in flux depending on the circumstances. That said, protecting people is always the right thing to do. Wouldn't you agree, Serenoa?
I feel the same as you both, but...
My apologies. I didn't mean to place all the blame on you. Still, we continue stumbling on the path before us.
Yeah, we're in a rough spot. We don't really have any good ways to go about this.
Serenoa and his retinue return to their domain, their every step weighed down by the heavy task Hyzante has placed upon them. Elsewhere, the newly restored kingdom of Glenbrook begins to take action under Queen Cordelia's leadership.
Yeah, her leadership. Whoa.
The kingdom issues a joint proclamation with Esfrost against Hyzante, halting all trade and set...
Whoa, I did not mean to do that. Whoops. I wish I could re-watch that. I pressed ZR and it did some weird thing, and I was trying to get it to stop by pressing A. Well, whatever. So they're severing diplomatic relations with Hyzante. Is that what it said? I think that's what it said. They're severing all trade ties with Hyzante, so they're trying to destroy Hyzante's economy or something, weaken them. I think that's what's going on. So, yeah, that's about the extent of what I did in the last episode. So, yeah, yeah, I really didn't get that far in the last attempt to record this episode. Yeah, I guess, yeah, I think so Gustadolf is forcing Cordelia to cut diplomatic relations with Hyzante to try to force Hyzante into, I don't know, some sort of economic turmoil and hope that they collapse in on themselves. Because that's basically what he was talking about. All we have to do with Hyzante is wait. So, I guess that's how that is. I mean, I guess if you know, Glenbrook is not siding with them, and of course Esfrost is not going to side with Hyzante, then they probably need our support in one way or another. Because we have to, you know, decide the future of the Rosellan villagers, which means we probably are deciding whether or not we're actually going to join the Saintly Seven. I really don't want to, because giving up the Roselle like that just seems absolutely awful. They literally were so kind to us when we saw them earlier in this game. They were going to make a wedding dress for Frederica for her marriage with Serenoa. Like, they were so kind, and we can't betray them like this. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to turn down joining the Saintly Seven. Or at the very least, turn down sending the Roselle to Hyzante. But that probably just means turning down the position in the Saintly Seven. But technically, I mean, they kind of need our support since they're not going to have any diplomatic relations with, you know, this part of Glenbrook or Esfrost, I would imagine. So they kind of need they need us as an ally one way or another. I don't know. I'm not sure how this is all going to shake out. But we do have a character story. Oh yes, never mind. I did do this character story. I did. This was the last thing I did. Was this character story in my last attempt to record this episode. So let's do this, and then I guess we'll wrap up just like I did the first time. Anyway, a single man survived the battle at the Citadel of the Sands, but who is he? So, new unit time, which is pretty cool. And yeah. Eagle-eyed Elder.
Got you right in my sights.
"30 years ago, during the Salt Iron War, outside the Citadel of the Sands." Eagle-eyed Archer. So this is the guy about 30 years ago.
There are too many of them, Minister Archibald.
And Mr. Archibald.
We must. I'll hold him here, but you lot, retreat.
Minister Archibald!
No, this cannot be how it ends. My lungs yet draw breath. My heart yet beats. This place shall not be my grave.
He shot an arrow straight up into the air.
So the cycle of war and chaos begins.
begins anew. And once again, I must take up my bow.
So we get a new bow user, which is really cool. As we've seen, bow users can be really useful with their range.
Watching you fight from afar, and I like what I see. Almost reminds me of myself in my younger days.
You flatter me.
Still, I doubt you'll emerge victorious. Without me on your side, that is.
Way to marker yourself, old man.
The name's Archibald. Allow me into your ranks, and you'll see. I can match men half my age, shot for shot.
I couldn't ask one so elderly to risk his life in battle.
This graybeard survived the Salt Iron War with naught but the bow in his back, I'll have you know. And my aim is just as sharp now as it was then. I haven't many years left, lad, and I'd like to spend them fighting for a just cause.
If that is what you wish, then I shall not refuse. We welcome your bow.
Alright, cool. So we got Archibald. Archibald's aptitudes in battle. A legendary and intimidating archer. Deals more damage to distant targets. His bow boasts increased range. Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, this dude is insane. Or at least he sounds insane. Because he has extra range and he does more damage to targets the farther away they are from him. Like, that's perfect for an archer because you want them to stay back and out of the action. Like, and you want to be able to attack units far away, so it's just great. Like, that just seems like a really good thing. Like a good, I don't know, he seems like a good unit. Basically, that is, that's that. Yeah, I guess let's take a closer peek at him quick before we end off this episode. Ah, here he is. He's already up here. Level 16, so already pretty good. I imagine he's already a veteran. Yeah, he's already a veteran. Makes sense. So it looks like he only has one eye. So I'm guessing... I don't know. I wonder... Because he shot that arrow straight up into the air. I wonder if he, like, purposely hit himself in the eye and, like, made it seem as though he was dead. Like, he faked his own death. And then all of the soldiers left him and then he survived somehow. If so, that's insane. I don't know how you have the discipline to do that to yourself. Like, I mean, I get it. If that's truly what he did, then of course that's like a strategy that paid off and it worked, but like I could not imagine like shooting an arrow straight up into the air and just watching it fall directly into your eye. That sounds horrible. That sounds extremely terrible. But yeah, I mean, props to my man Archibald. So he's got an edged arrow. Wait! Deal physical damage to a single enemy, ignoring their defense. That sounds real good. That sounds very good. 81 power bow. Sniper. Deal greater damage for the enemies. Arrow spray. Deal physical damage to all enemies within range. That sounds really good. Second sight. Increases the range of your normal attacks by 1. And then sticky arrow and inescapable arrow are two things he learns later on. Yeah, he looks to be pretty good. How does his strength stack up? I mean, he's decently strong. Yeah, he's only like 2 strength weaker than like Serenoa and Anna. So he's pretty good. And the fact that he's already like level 16 is pretty good. That makes him very usable. If we want to. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of maps where he'll be useful, so that's not bad. So I do think that is where I'm going to end it off for today, because we have a Scales of Conviction thing to do, and that usually takes a while, so we will save that for the next episode, which hopefully won't hopefully we won't wait 2 months before doing that. I would like to actually get going with this series a little bit faster or whatever, because it's been going on for like an insanely long time. I believe we started this series, so Triangle Strategy came out last March, like March 2022. It's February 2023, and I'm pretty sure I started this series pretty soon after the game came out. So this series has been going on for like 11 months. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. So ideally, I would like to get going with this series, get it moving a little bit faster. I believe we're only about halfway through the game, because I looked it up out of curiosity and saw that there are 21 chapters in the game. We're on chapter 11, so we're about halfway through after almost a year. So I would really like to start picking up the pace. At the very latest, I want to finish it up this summer. If we're not done with it before the summer, I want to finish it up no later than this summer. And it might honestly end up not being finished until that point, because like I said, one a week until, like, if we're uploading once a week, that alone is probably not going to get us to finish the game before summer, because that's probably going to be only another like 15-ish videos, and I don't think we're going to finish this game in another 15 videos unless I start doing like a chapter a video, which I'm probably not going to do. In which case we could do that in like 10 or 11 videos, but still, probably not going to do that. So, and I can almost guarantee that towards the end of this semester of college, because I'm about to start my spring semester, I can almost guarantee that towards the end of this semester, I'm probably not going to be uploading anything, like for the last like month or so, because I got, I've looked at like the syllabus for 2 of my classes, and it seems like I'm going to be pretty busy towards the end of the semester. So I'm not sure we're going to be uploading towards the end of this semester, but we'll see what happens. I also, another thing, I guess, that I don't know, for anyone that cares, I mean, I don't know, not really super important, but I am going to also want to start a playthrough of Fire Emblem Engage on Maddening mode, or Maddening Classic, somewhat soon, because that game came out a couple weeks ago. By the time this video comes out, it will have released like a little over 2 weeks ago, I believe. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of irrelevant. The point is, I probably won't get started with that series until after I beat the game on my own first, because I want to beat the game on my own first on hard mode, and then after that we'll probably jump into a maddening playthrough here, just because I like to experience like games from like the Fire Emblem series or like the Legend of Zelda series, like series that are very have been very impactful for me as like a gamer and that I really enjoy. I like to experience them on my own first, you know. It's more meaningful that way, so I'm gonna finish Engage on my own first, and then we'll do a maddening playthrough once I'm done with that. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm probably not gonna ever continue my Fire Emblem Blazing Blade randomizer, Fire Emblem 7 randomizer. I think that I just wasn't prepared. I made too many poor decisions. Like, I made the challenge unnecessarily hard by increasing enemy stats by too high of a percent and stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of things I would do different in a future Fire Emblem randomizer if I tried again, but the one I'm currently doing, which I haven't really uploaded in, like, I haven't uploaded a video of in an extremely long time, like 10 or 11 months, so yeah, it's probably never coming back. But I don't know. I don't know why I just decided to like give an entire update about everything on my channel here at the end of this video, but it's based, I don't know, I just decided to do it. So anyways, whoa, jeez, I've been talking so long that the screen went black. well, in any case, that's all I want to say. I'm sure most of you that even were interested in this video already clicked off, but in any case, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. In the next episode, we will do the Scales of Conviction and decide what we want to do. We will decide the future of the Rosellan villagers. Probably just means we're going to decide if we want to become a member of the Saintly Seven or not. I'm going to try to save the Rosellan villagers as much as possible. We've been vetoed before, so I can't guarantee anything. But I'm going to definitely try. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All the good stuff really helps out. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.